this is an important night in Hagerstown. And all these folks have come out to remember the violence that trans people endure and to raise awareness. And I think what's most important for us as community is to move beyond diversity and to celebrate inclusivity. And tonight, I think we're making a good step there.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support.
Today is the day we remember the transgender people who have involuntarily given their lives, who've been killed because they were transgender, because they were true to themselves, and because they defied some kind of social rule. It's hard to say what the social rule is.
My name is Reverend Dr. Rob Apgar Taylor. I'm a United Church of Christ minister.
What would you like to say about today's memorial?
This is important for me both personally and professionally, because personally I have people in church and friends of mine who are transgendered, and it's important for me because they're important to me. And it's also important for me professionally because as a pastor, the gospel is about compassion and love and justice. Those are gospel values. And when Christians don't stand up for those and use the scriptures as a weapon, they're doing a disservice to their faith. And I think it's time that the liberal church stand up and say that these are inherently gospel values of love and justice and compassion.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm relatively new to the area, and I'm serving as interim pastor at New Light MCC, which is a part of the United Fellowship of MCC churches, and I'm glad to be here in solidarity. You're welcome.
I'm here to give a voice to, unfortunately, all those many victims who have actually lost their lives due to hate because they just wanted to be who God made them to be. And that's the same as any human being deserves the right to be who God made them in life. And that speaks for whether you're straight, gay, bisexual, or transgender. And this is very important. And it's a time, and every day should be acknowledged for the victims that we've lost to this crime.
I'm just going to say Cece. Thank you.
288 people this year have died because they were transgender. And that's a tragedy. 288 times a tragedy.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, my name is Josh Johnson. I'm standing here today because although in our modern times, mainstream homosexuals such as lesbian and gays have been vastly accepted by overall society, but the latter half of our community, those transgender and transsexuals, they tend not to get much of the spotlight as much as gay and lesbian people do, and they should. They're our brothers and sisters, and we're here today just to remember those that struggle and still fight the fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Laura. I've been trans for the past 60 years. Much of that time I was hiding in the shadows and heavily into denial. And I did what was expected of me as a man. The past few years I've come to terms with this situation, and rather than wanting to hide, I have to be here. There are other people who are struggling, and there are children. And if we can help further this issue, the acceptance level must be increased, especially for our children. And that's what's important to me.
Well, first off, I just believe everybody deserves the right to feel safe. I have friends of mine who are transgendered and gender fluid, and just from talking to them on a regular basis and even today, they're always in fear of being subject to hate crimes. So today is an excellent day to speak out against that.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
I'm here because I believe everyone has the right to feel safe, no matter their orientation or gender identity. Trans people seem to be the last group that people feel okay discriminating against, and it's wrong.
3/4 of transgender people try to kill themselves, and half of them succeed. When you change gender, typically you lose everything. Your family, your friends, your job, all the things in your life go away, because ordinarily so many people just have a terrible time understanding how you cannot be the person that the doctor said you were.
So thank you very much. Yeah, this is a good night for Hagerstown. It's a good night for the trans community to come together. It's a good night for the gay community, our straight allies, to come together. So thank you.
Thanks for organizing.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is good.
Thank you, John and John.
Yes. And for all those who were victims of the violence in the last year, to remember them, the most marginalized.